Well, welcome back to the Morning Live right here at EBN TV with me, Sami Adika. We are talking about matters food security. How can Kenya address food security? Well, do you first understand what food security means? We shall be keeping you up to date with that and many more right here. Remember to get in touch with us through our socials at EBN TV and at Sami Adika. Joining me this morning for the conversation is Wamboi Muiruri.
Yes.
I think I got it right.
Yeah, you did.
The U should be pronounced as O.
Omboy.
Omboy.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
She is a food banker. Starting us off, many don't understand what food banking is.
Yes.
Can you help us understand?
Yeah, so a food bank, I'll just first describe what is a food bank. A food bank is a collection facility for food, and then the food is redistributed to those who are in need. So this model is new in Africa, but some countries are adopting it, but when you go to the US, it's common. So here in Kenya, we have the Food Banking Kenya, where we collect surplus. This is food that could have gone to waste, and then we redistribute to those who are in need. Because in matters food security, we also have to address food wastage, because there's a lot of food loss and waste. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you can imagine that Kenya produces only 10% of the agriculture output, despite having 60% of the arable and the available agricultural land. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
We have so much space, but we only produce 10%.
Yeah.
Meaning the rest of the countries, or rather continents, produce 90%.
Yeah.
You can imagine Israel with their climatic conditions. What is the problem?
So I think when you look at Kenya first, I think one of the biggest problem is we are rain-fed agriculture. We are doing rain-fed agriculture. And rain-fed agriculture cannot, you have seen the way the climate is changing, so we cannot be sustainable when relying on rain-fed agriculture. We can only plant when it rains. When you look at Kenya, 80% of the farmers are small-scale farmers, and small-scale farmers rely on rain-fed agriculture. So that's one of the problems we are having. When you compare to Israel are doing pure irrigation. So that is one of the problems we are having in Kenya, and also because if you look at some of the areas like the Ukambani region, Makueni, the lands are they are very productive, but there's no water. So I think that is one of the major issue, and that is one of the major reasons why Kenya is producing only 10%. Yeah. We depend on rain for production. Rain-fed agriculture.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you can imagine that currently, you're talking about matters rain, we expect El Nino rains.
Yeah.
Do you think we are ready to help farmers understand specifically what type of crops they will need within this short season?
Well, I don't know what the government is doing, but I think if people are prepared, we could actually handle El Nino in all aspects. Because first, even before going to planting, people have not harvested. El Nino is coming. There is maize. It's maize season. If you look at the price of maize, it has gone by half significant. It has fallen down significantly, meaning it's maize season. People are harvesting. But have we dried the maize? That is another issue that will affect food security. That we'll be looking at issues of aflatoxin. There are people where I come from, Nyandarua, Bado, the maize has not been harvested, so and it has already started raining that place. So we are looking at another issue on food security before harvesting. Now we go to past harvesting. Are people prepared for this rain? Because not all seeds are going to for the rain, because it's going to be, as they are saying, if it does happen, El Nino, it's too much rain. So we do not know if people have the seeds that can grow in such condition. So I don't know how we are going to deal with this one, but if people are well prepared, we can be able to tackle the El Nino, the spillover. Yeah.
Now, still on matters food security, what exactly is food security, and can Kenya be food secure?
Yeah, I think Kenya can be food secure because we are producing, is also enough. So food security comes when we are able to be self-reliant on agriculture. But one of the problems why Kenya has not been able to reach to agriculture, food security in Kenya, first is because the farmer, because we are saying, and it's facts, the small scale farmers have the biggest percentage of production in Kenya, but you find their food go to waste. A lot of what they produce, first it's because of imports, cheap imports. We're importing from everywhere. We're having cheap imports from in Kenya. So that's one of the problem. Again, we are on food loss and waste because we are wasting a lot. We look at issues on logistics. People in Nyandarua are producing, we go to Kinangop, people are overproducing cabbages, but they can't get to Nairobi, they can't get to Kajiado, they can't get to Marsabit. That's one of the issues. We need to look at our value chain. Post-harvest, how are we addressing these issues on post-harvest? How are we addressing issues on refrigeration? Because some of what we are producing, if you look at Kenya, we produce so much fresh fruits and vegetables, but we don't have the right storage capacities. We don't have refrigeration. We are also moving to the direction of solar dehydrator, where we can dehydrate vegetables and take them to the asal, that we do not have to rely on we try to look at the value chain, because I feel that's where a lot is happening on matters food security. There's so much happening at the value chain. Brokers, we are talking about transport, everything. So I think if we address the value chain, we are going to get to a food secure country.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you've highlighted, from what I get, you've highlighted that poor infrastructure, low value addition, urban bias policies, and also low productivity are the issues that are affecting Kenya specifically. Now, the government has come up with a new initiative that they're seeking now to give out, or rather supply subsidized fertilizers. And the Kenya Kwanza government, to be specific,